Welcome to tonight's live Jayco Rangers TV coverage of a big WNBL Round 6 contest that sees the Jayco Dandenong Rangers hosting the visiting University of Canberra Capitals. I'm Damien Arsenis, and joining me tonight is Tracy Browning. Tracy, tonight's a little bit different.
Yeah, it is a little bit different. It's the first time a WNBL game has come to the Gippsland region, a first home game down here for the Rangers. Part of a 3-year deal with Latrobe City, which is very exciting. But yeah, tonight hopefully will be different as the Rangers try and sort of combat the slow starts that they've had the last few games, and obviously Canberra were just too good last week.
Yeah, so tonight we're at Traralgon Sports Stadium in a show of support for regional women's basketball as the Dandenong program looks to expand their supporter base in the region as well. So while every game is important this season, tonight takes on greater significance given that these two sides have both taken a win against each other on the road too. So at least this time, what can we see? They're both 1-on-1, and last week, as we said in the pre-game, Dandenong lost at home to Canberra, and the away trend at the moment is an interesting one.
It is an interesting one. Through a little bit of a quirk of the draw, these two teams play each other 6 days apart. And I think tonight we're going to see a little bit of a different Dandenong. They're going to come out firing. They're going to want to make up for last week's sort of subpar performance. Even though taking nothing away from Canberra, they were just terrific at both ends of the floor. So yeah, hopefully we'll see a feisty, fiery start.
So we go back to round one. Dandenong came away with a thrilling 2-point victory. However, the Capitals turned the tables last week in Dandenong, as we said. It was a 13-point victory too, and that win came a day after the Capitals went down to the top of the table Bendigo Spirit. So it really was an impressive performance by the Capitals to come down to Melbourne and be able to regroup after that game against Bendigo. Yeah,
and the thing is too, when you're on the road and you drop a game, you don't have that long to wait to redeem yourself. So sometimes that next day you come out all fired up, which they obviously did, and they were brilliant. So, this is a great opportunity for Dandenong to get that win back.
It certainly is, and last week it was Steph Cumming who led the way with 22 points, who received great support from Sarah Blitzabs and Ali Malott, who both had 14 points each. And as we talked about in the pre-game, Lauren Mansfield was the one who did all the damage last week with 29 points. And of course, Mariana Tolo inside was as damaging just at both ends of the court with a big double-double.
She was. Look, I loved watching Tolo last week. She was brilliant at both ends of the floor, as you say. She was blocking shots left, right and centre and scoring with relative ease. So it'll be interesting to see what the Dandenong coaching staff have come up with tonight to try and combat that.
Yeah, so tonight is Canberra's Alice Coddington. She plays her 100th WNBL game, which is great to see. And the Canberra, I believe, has come down with 9 players tonight. So we're right at tip-off. Join us here on Rangers TV, here in Traralgon tonight, as we get round 6 going here in Traralgon, Victoria. Off the tip, Canberra comes away with the ball early. Mansfield. Rangers come up with a first defensive stop and rebound.
Guethme had a little sort of twist of her knee last week, so it's good to see her back out there in full force tonight. And
we must mention that Natalie Novosel is missing again as Malott nails the three-pointer. What a way for the Rangers to get going.
She must have heard us speak pre-game, Damien. Fantastic start.
Yeah, the Rangers definitely need more from her, and she seems to be increasing confidence with every game she steps onto the court in her first season in the WNBL and with the Rangers.
Great boards there from Blitzabs.
Ref missed that one, and the Rangers are looking to go further ahead with an early 3-point lead on the back of that Malott three-pointer. Inside to Scherf, who finishes on a beautiful entry pass. This is a lot better start today.
Good recognition there, seeing Scherf inside open.
Tolo and Scherf will be a real battle that we should look out for as the game progresses. Mansfield's got the ball. Dishes out to Wilson. Fires up a long-range shot. That comes up empty. Clydesdale into the paint. Forces, but will find her way to the free throw line. It's a very positive start so far by Dandenong.
That's a great start. Clydesdale didn't really have anywhere to go then, but made the most of that and drew the contact. 2 shots.
And very much, that's the kind of play that we see Steph Cumming usually do. She finds a way to get to the basket, even though sometimes it looks a bit awkward. She's very, very effective, and maybe that's paying off with Clydesdale right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Steph Cumming is deadly on that play. I'm pretty sure Larissa would have told all the girls tonight to just, look for your shots. If the drive's there, take it. They really need to be aggressive in this first quarter.
Clydesdale makes both. Less than 2 minutes into the game, the Rangers are out to a 7-0 lead, and certainly Anderson will be very, very happy with this start as they look to implement a bit of pressure.
Great pressure defence.
And Dandenong certainly have the foot speed. They're renowned for that, and being able to use that tonight to slow down Mansfield, who fires up a shot that's way off the mark. Very lucky to come up with an offensive rebound there at Canberra.
There's a little bit of a cheapy foul there from the lot. Couldn't be helped as part of the contact.
In many ways, if she hadn't have fouled there would have been an easy shot. So in some regard, that was a good foul.
Some would say that was a good foul, yes.
Canberra with the ball. Jasmine will inbound. Nice little backdoor cut there. Didn't quite come off for Mansfield. Out for 3. No, steps inside with a jump shot. That's off target.
It's great to see this Rangers hustle defence in the first few minutes. It's exactly the way they would have wanted to start.
Well, it's early days, but they really haven't given Canberra an opportunity to get into the paint so far. Bit of a mismatch in the post, and it didn't come off with an errant pass. Malott certainly, they recognised that there was a mismatch there, but it just didn't get it in the right fashion to Malott.
Mansfield did well to hold her out there. It was a pretty strong hold out.
Again, we're seeing this full court pressure here. Broken down quite easily this time. Wilson. Down to Rueff. Tolo. Mansfield with the ball in her hand. Rueff fires a 3. It's off target again.
They did all the right things there, Canberra. They got the ball into a few sets of hands, hit the open man, but just couldn't make that shot. Great drive by Steph Cumming. That's what we like to see from Steph. Great start, Rangers.
Rangers are out to a 9-0 lead right now. Early days. Wilson. Oh no, that's Blitzarves nearly comes up with a steal.
It's a bit hard to see from where we are, isn't it? Almost the steal.
We don't have quite the best angle to see that there. Well, if you want the ball in anyone's hand, well done. Coming up with a turnover, the forced steal by Malott. What a great defensive play. Again, that was a mismatch on the other end where Mansfield happened to get the best of it, and this time around, it was Malott came up with the steal.
Yep. Rangers are just forcing Canberra out of their offense a little bit in these early stages, which is exactly what we want.
But the confidence is brimming there. It was sort of half heat check there.
Yeah, it was too. It's
early offense inside of the paint, and it counts. That's a tough play there, and a good transition opportunity taken advantage by Canberra. They'll head to the line for the traditional three-point play.
There wasn't a lot Steph Cumming could have done to stop that foul there.
Michaela Rueff makes the bonus, and they're on the board. 3 points, trailing the Rangers 9. Scherf going head-to-head against Tolo in the paint. Back out to Clydesdale. Pulls up, mid-ranger, off target.
Oh, it's a great offensive board attempt there by Blitzarves. Just couldn't get a handle on it.
Canberra will look to set up now. Tough mid-range jump shot.
That's a sweet
quality.
jumper there.
Jasmine Grathme. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Grathme.
I should have checked before the program. Yeah. Rangers will look to counter here.
Whose job was that?
Great drive and finish. Stephanie Cumming makes a living from that. I don't know how many times I've seen her do that this season. It's a pleasure to watch, and she'll go to the line to hit a traditional three-point play herself.
Fantastic start from the Rangers. This is exactly what they would have spoken about pre-game and all during the week at training, I would imagine.
Well, Cummings well on track now to match, if not beat, last week's great performance. And for the Rangers, they'll certainly need that if they're to overcome the Capitals. Getting physical in there.
Yes, it is great to watch.
So far, the Rangers, apart from that one transition, have been able to keep Canberra out of the paint, and I think that'll be quite critical as the game goes on today. Whereas on the other end, Canberra would be wanting to do the same with Steph Cumming in particular. So it'll be really interesting to see how that transpires for the remainder of the contest. For three, off target, Blitzarves with the rebound. She pushes up the court. Rangers looking to set up something now.
To see Jacinta Kennedy come into the game for her first minutes.
The shot clock starting to wind down.
Oh, that's a great drive by Scherf. Full of confidence.
Not just full of confidence, when you've got someone of that size and skill that's able
And
to
the
put
answer
the
down
ball
the other end.
on the floor.
Mansfield.
Lauren Mansfield, that was beautiful drive. But I'll come back to Scherf at the other end. For a player of that size and talent to be able to put the ball on the floor and take it to the hoop like that, you don't see that every day. So
no, you don't.
But it's very encouraging that as we see
And
an
another
entry pass
great pass.
inside, and Kennedy will head to the line for a couple. But Scherf needs to probably do that tonight against Tolo as well, because Tolo's pretty much had her way with every team in the competition this season. And Scherf, at least, you would think Tracy would have to try and slow her down tonight.
Absolutely. And also, too, like last week, Tolo got into foul trouble early in the third quarter. She had 3. And the Rangers didn't seem to take advantage of that fact. So I think tonight, all the big girls would have been told to, like, if you get the opportunity, you just take it at her.
And we have a timeout. So, Rangers are leading 14-7 midway through the first quarter. Great start for the Rangers. This first period has been brought to you by Latrobe Financial, Australia's leading credit specialist. Head to latrobefinancial.com.au. And the crowd are making a bit of noise here, which is great to see too, Tracy.
Yeah, look. It's great to look around and see a lot of kids here in the crowd, and you know, the first WNBL game down here in Latrobe City, Gippsland area. It's fantastic for the region, and I know the Ranger girls were down here yesterday doing school clinics and things. So hopefully drumming up a bit of a supporter base down here, which will be fantastic.
So yeah, they've been really connecting with the community, and I guess that goes with the sort of the Latrobe City Council, that without their support, this game wouldn't be on today.
Exactly right, and we're very grateful to the Latrobe City Council for their support. This 3-year partnership is going to be great for the young girls down here, and that they can come and see, get to know their role models. We've got a few home games lined up for the next couple of years, so hopefully this will be the beginning of a great thing.
Certainly. You're watching Rangers live thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer, where the family holiday becomes a family tradition. Visit jayco.com.au. So early days, we've had a really open, entertaining contest. We've seen some great interior drives by the Rangers, really capitalising. We haven't seen an outside shot really from the Rangers, apart from Malott, who's taken a couple of three-point attempts, made one of them.
That's right. Obviously, their game plan has been to just drive the ball hard inside and see what we can come up with. Jacinta Kennedy for 2.
She makes the front end there and pushes the margin back out to 8 points. Makes them both.
That'll be a confidence booster for Jacinta.
Oop. Serves to Kennedy. A lot of perimeter passing. We're seeing a drive from Blitzarves. Tough shot, and she makes it. What a play by Blitzarves.
That she's just a pure athlete, Blitzarves, and I love watching those moves.
Having watched her in a few games this season so far, she's really got that inside-outside game working, particularly her mid-range shots. She's very effective in that area, which opens up the key a lot for her as well. Would that be fair to say?
That's very fair to say, mate, and that's what makes her so dangerous. She's, you know, if you leave her alone, she can knock down that open 3.
And makes the Capitals pay. So right now, Danny Nonga, and we've got a steal on the inbound pass by Blitzarves as well.
And a great second effort rebound. The Rangers are fired up. This is great.
It's certainly not the same team that we saw last week,
Definitely
that's for sure.
not.
Shot clock's right down. Todd Hunter throws one up
unlucky
at the buzzer. But that was really great play there by Rangers, not only to get that steal and a shot, but that second effort shot that gave them another opportunity there as well.
And I think too, you know, in my experience, even though it was such a long time ago, but, you know, offense comes from great defense. And the Rangers have come out tonight, you know, lots of hustle up the floor. And as a result, it's created some great offense. And that's a great shot from Tolo.
With a hand in the face, Blitzarv's really got there at the last second. That's just quality shooting there by Tolo, showing her experience and composure.
Yeah, you can't expect her to stay quiet for too long.
And there she is again, found on a beautiful entry pass by Malott.
I think we'll see the best of Malott in the next few weeks. Like, she's still sort of adapting to the WNBL and the style of play we have here. So I think she's going to be a bit of a dark horse. I think she's got a lot to offer.
Tolo finds her way into the paint and gets a second shot. Didn't get the third. The Rangers have come up and Malott's copped one in the eye, I think.
Just on the rebound, I think she might have copped an accidental elbow from Tolo.
May even be contact lens perhaps. But yeah, she certainly is rattled a little bit by that knock. Seems to have shaken it off, but she'll go and sit down. Well-earned break there, because certainly she was very integral to preventing that basket from occurring by Tolo.
She will. She'll be okay. Be back on in a couple of minutes.
Todd Hunter having a little bit of trouble getting it over, and it's a backcourt violation.
And all of a sudden, Canberra come out in the swarming defence. I've got a feeling this game's about to step up a notch.
Well, the Rangers have taken good care of the ball so far. So this time around, Canberra is setting up. Mansfield out to Wilson. Scherf really...
Scherf did well to get a hand to that shot there. Just switched on the D.
Scherf was physical on Tolo to begin with and then closed out on the shot. So great effort there. The Rangers will look to capitalise on that opportunity. Todd Hunter on the drive. Throws it out wide. Long range shot by Cummings is off target. Canberra are off and running. Wilson, Mansfield, Gaze. Rangers have done a good job of pushing the Capitals out of their offense there, and it's an untimely foul as the shot clock was winding down.
Is that Keely Froling to the line? Oh, it's not shots, is it? No.
No, it was a foul off the ball. We won't have shots this time.
So we've got Keely Froling and Kate Gaze out there for the Capitals. Both their mothers, very prominent WNBL players.
And both of them having, well, particularly in Kate Gaze's situation, very good college careers as well.
Yes.
With beautiful move by Tolo, almost a block, just as good by Cumming, but it's a foul, and Tolo will head to the line for two.
That looked like a clean block to me.
It was a very good challenge, let's put it that way. But yeah, we're talking around the Kate Gaze. She had a great college career. You know, I commentated the game against Bendigo, and we saw Ashley Caratiana as well have a great college career. And Keely Froling was really set up for a great career until she had that untimely knee injury as well.
No, it's great to see these girls go over and be successful, then come back and play in the WNBL. It's very exciting for them, and I know they're looking forward to this season.
Tolo makes the second, and we have an 11-point ball game here. But we talk about Keely Froling. Oh, where we got a turnover here. Great defensive pressure. Wilson's got it into Froling. Great little turnaround. Tough jumper. Tolo with her height and size. That's a tough shot and blocked by Scherf.
That could have even been a little travel there too, Damien. What do you think?
I was looking high. I won't comment on that. Entry pass.
That's a great
Kennedy.
pass. And that's what they've got to do with Jacinta Kennedy. She's great at those little inside step around shots.
Canberra into their set. Kate Gaze shoots it mid-range. Money! Big shot by Kate Gaze.
Can't give a Gaze an open shot.
It's still an 11-point ball game here in the dying moments of the first term. Great entry pass into Blitzarv's tough shot. Great defence by Carly Wilson. Sees the Capitals off and running.
Blitzarv's was asking for the foul there.
Gaze again.
2 in a row, Kate Gaze. That's terrific shooting.
We're really seeing the Capitals step up the last few minutes. Their defensive pressure has been great, but they've also executed offensively.
Absolutely right. They've picked up their game a notch. As I said, it looked like that was going to happen a couple of minutes ago.
Rangers go inside again, this time to Scherf.
It's a great double team, triple team on Scherf.
And it's called a held ball, and it'll be Capitals that should have the last possession here. Certainly a very physical play down in the post in that situation.
Yeah, Capitals have been a lot more physical in the last 3 or 4 minutes, and as a result, they've been able to score more freely.
So the Capitals will bring the ball up. They should have the last opportunity to score here. Todd Hunter has the job here at slowing Mansfield, who was so dangerous last week.
She hasn't been as accurate tonight, and she's going to make a liar out of me. No.
Well, she wasn't accurate on that shot, and we head into the first break with the Dandenong.
Defense has been fantastic, and they've been getting great open looks on offense. So it's just going to be interesting to see now in the second quarter if Canberra can come out and draw back closer.
Well, they certainly closed that period off a lot stronger than they started.
They did.
So that period, head to latrobe.au. I'm Damien Arsene, you're watching Rangers Live. Thank Today becomes a family tradition. So Larissa Anderson will be much happier with that start in comparison to last week, that's for sure. They came out a lot more aggressive with a lot more intent and purpose, and whilst Canberra stepped up late, it really was Dandenong's quarter.
Yeah, you would have to say it was Dandenong's quarter, and whilst Larissa obviously would be happy, if I know her at all, she would not want the girls to just sort of relax now and say, okay, job's done. She'll want to come out relentless defence again in this second quarter. And to keep doing the job they're doing on Mariana Tolo. She hasn't had a massive effect on the game so far, so they've just got to keep doing what they're doing. Yeah,
Scherf's done a pretty good job on Tolo,
she has.
I thought, and whilst we saw a little glimpses of Tolo being able to start coming into the game, really, she hasn't been effective at either end at this point in time.
I think Scherf's been a lot more physical with her tonight, which makes a huge difference, and obviously Mariana Tola won the battle of the physicality last week, so that's something that Scherf's obviously worked on this week, and it's working well so far.
And Malott sort of went on to her late when Scherf was getting a little bit of a breather as well, and whilst Tolo looked a little bit more dangerous, Malott did a very good job at slowing her down, or at least restricting her from getting wide open looks.
She did, and that's going to be the key, Damien. They've got to rotate the three big girls 5-10 minutes at a time, and they've got to wear her down, get her tired, and hopefully into some foul trouble.
Well, so far they've done a great job at that, and a great job at really restricting Lauren Mansfield as well, who did most of the damage last week. So we enter the second period. The Rangers are leading 23-14. What was a great first quarter for Dandenong basketball. Kennedy has been very effective early in this game. Coming with a beautiful little dish out. The ball bounces, it drops.
Bounce. But that deserved to go in. That was a great little dish, as you say, from Cumming. Good start.
It was really good recognition too. If she put that shot up, it was every chance that was going to end up in the crowd.
Yes, a big chance. We saw a bit of that last week.
And we talk about it again. Whilst that was a really good opportunity there, really good movement by Canberra to create that opportunity, the pressure saw that go out of bounds. Yep,
Malott and Kennedy clogged up the key there, so there was no room for Tolo to get through. It's exactly what they need to do. Great ball movement.
Todd Hunter. Cumming was right in there, had every opportunity, but Froling comes away with a rebound. Gaze. Can't quite get it to Tolo. Again, Kennedy this time did the great job on Tolo to prevent the entry pass. Dandenong have been looking to move the tempo up.
Oh, great positioning by Malott there in the key, and a great pass in from Todd Hunter.
I think you're right, Tracy. You mentioned around confidence with Malott. Certainly she seems a lot more comfortable and a lot more confident in what she's doing with her purpose on the court.
She does, and last week I think she had 7 points just in the last quarter alone, and I think she was building up to that. So I think we're going to see a lot more from her.
That's rare.
It's very rare.
Great boxing out by Cumming.